You're listening to Cancer Convos with Brady and Stacy.
Hey there, welcome to another edition of Cancer Convos with Brady and Stacy, sponsored by Chelsey Smith Cosmetics and Bismarck Cancer Center. I'm Bob Brady.
I'm Stacy Sturm.
We have a special guest today.
We do. I'm so excited. We have the Chelsey Smith of Chelsey Smith Cosmetics is joining our show today. Welcome, Chelsey.
Welcome.
Hi, I'm so thrilled to be here. I literally used to drive to school every morning listening to you guys. So this is a very pinch me moment.
It is so funny. So when I first started my cancer journey, I bought a wig at a store here in town, and it was painful to do. Like, the lady was terrible. It was like $500. I'm like, well, I guess this is my wig now. Like, that's it. So this is my wig for my cancer journey. And then somebody said to me, they're like, hey, I don't know if you know, and somebody said, have you tried wigs online? I said, I don't trust it. And they said, no, you need to check out Chelsey Smith. You don't know this, but she's from like here, like the Bismarck Mandan area. She's from here. And I've ordered a couple of her wigs, and she is absolutely like, they're amazing. They're probably even better than the wig you just paid $500 for. And I'm like, oh, give it a shot and see. I'll give it a try. And sure enough, I ordered one, and I was like, oh, thank you. And so then I immediately reached out to Chelsey, and she was the most wonderful and gracious and amazing person, because Chelsey's got like 80 billion followers on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. And I'm like, there's no way she's going to get back to me. She did, just like that.
Hey, you are on to me. It's the Stacy Sturm. So it was a humbling, exciting experience for me too.
I just love it.
Still works. After all these years, it still works. The old Brady and Stacy. So, Chelsey, what made you get into the wig business?
I've always loved doing hair. I was always the one doing everyone's hair for all like the middle school and prom dances. And, I was always really into hair, and my husband's job is kind of crazy and he works insane hours. So I really needed to find something that I could do, that I could still be doing everyone's hair without ever having to actually step foot into a salon. So now I've just been a stylist, which is very convenient.
Yeah. So did you have to like do a bunch of research, like figure out like what is going, like, how do we go about wigs? Like, how would you even go about starting a wig company? Like, that just seems like that's a crazy thing.
Absolutely. Cody and I were actually in the car, and we were driving back from North Dakota for the last time back to Minnesota before we were moving to California. And we were trying to talk about what was next for me. I was a bridal makeup artist in Minnesota, and I knew that I couldn't quite bring that business to California just very quickly. And so we really talked about what I could do next. And so we talked about maybe I could do eyelashes, and we've just really gone into this whole thing that I'm now the queen of spare hair, and the wigs were kind of this natural. And it's been a ton of research, a lot of failing forward, but I feel like I've really hit my stride on it. And it's been really fun designing and creating these styles that I would in a salon, but just in a really easy, just throw in and go way.
So how do you choose your wigs when you're deciding what's going to be part of your Chelsey Smith Cosmetics line? How do you choose your wigs?
I'm really inspired by Pinterest. I always love to go on there to look at different photos. And the big thing that I would do with my mom is go and get my hair done. That was the thing that I loved to do. And I always wanted to have long hair, and then I wanted short hair. And so when I do that, when I look at designing these wigs, I look at what do I want my hair to look like that day? And I really just get inspired by that, because I love to change it up all the time.
I've asked Stacy this many times, the names. How do you come up with all the names for these wigs?
I know, they're like my children. I look at them and I name them. I have one child, and so the rest of these are my children, and I'm really good at memorizing them. I was a theater kid, so I feel like that's been my thing, that I just give them these names. A lot of people who sell wigs, they call them numbers, and I feel like they are a new identity, so they deserve a name.
Yeah.
I do love it, because the names, I think, really fit them. And people now will ask me, who am I wearing? And they don't ask me what I'm wearing. They ask me who, because they know, like, this is London, and London is a vibe. Veronica's a vibe. Spano, Bob loves Spano. She's the big one. Bob, you're like, that's a lot of hair. I'm like, I know. but the names I feel like really fit them. And I almost feel like I take on the personality of my wig. Do you get that a lot, Chelsey?
Oh, absolutely. I'm usually even nicer when I have a wig on because I'll be grumpy all day and then I put on the hair and I'm like, oh, there she is. This is who I am today.
So if people are interested in starting wigs, because now a lot of cancer patients choose to wear them because of cancer, but I noticed more and more people are going through long-term illnesses for like weight loss surgery, and they're losing their hair, or they're losing their hair because of diabetes, or they're losing their hair because of alopecia. So how does one get started? What are your tips for them?
Well, one of the big thing I always say is go with something that's closer to your natural hair color or length just to start so it doesn't feel quite as foreign. Also, really setting yourself up for success. For me, my packaging is one of those things that is really important because I want to start pumping you full of happy endorphins as soon as you see that pink box arrive at your doorstep. So in turn, I say, put on an outfit that you like. And if you wear makeup, wear a little bit of makeup and step away from the mirror. No one's getting that close to you. Everyone gets really fixated on like the hairlines, but truly no one will know. And it's just all about embracing that new hair crown.
Well, and I've even had people get very close to me. Like they'll come up and they still don't know it's a wig. So I think we worry about the hairlines way more than a lot of people do, because a lot of people have gotten really close. They want to like examine me like I'm a science project. And they still can't tell.
Yeah, a really poignant moment for me. We were sitting across from this woman having a conversation with her for like a good hour. And I finally came up that I do wigs, and suddenly I saw her eyes go right up to my hairline, and it was a very bit like quick thing. Suddenly she's just staring at the hairline, and she was still just so in shock that it was a wig. And she said goodbye to her and she left the train, and suddenly she's back on and she's just like, can I just get a picture of you? Because I just can't believe real. And so it was a really like big moment for me that she had no idea. And we were in close proximity, and she liked it so much she needed a picture.
Wow. So you do this, and how long have you been doing this? What's your timeline?
We are going on 5 years this November 5th.
And it has to be some sort of a fulfillment because you're helping people that need it.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been really fortunate. We have a program called I'm Hair for You, and we've been able to touch a lot of people with that, where we're able to gift them wigs. We recently did a fundraiser for a local girl. She's only 9 years old, and it's just been a really beautiful thing to be able to do that. I just love to love on people, and that's what I loved about being in the salon. I always wanted people to feel better after being around me, and it's kind of the same way that I'm able to fulfill that in just a bigger, broader world.
Yeah, it's awesome. So, advice for people wearing wigs out for the first time, because I see that a lot on the wig page, like on your page and on other wig pages, wig groups that I'm in. That's everyone's big concern, is they get the wigs and they're like super excited. They put them on in the house and they love them, and then they stay in the house. Like what is your advice to people wearing wigs out in public for the first time?
Strangers are really our friends in this because they have no idea what you look like. And that's a lot of times where you'll get those compliments. And then you get to just decide, how do you want to answer? It's like those books growing up, like I want to turn to page this or this to see how I want to answer. And, you can say it's a wig, you can say Chelsey Smith does my hair, or you can just say thank you. And it's just really compliments from strangers are really, really helpful. Just don't go to Target because nobody looks good in those video monitor things at self-checkout.
Yeah, it's a grainy video. It's like the Blair Witch Project. You don't look good at all. Like, what happened?
No one looks good.
No.
Yeah, I look like I just crawled out of a hole. Like I crawled out of the cave to just check out at Target.
It's experience, but yeah,
it's
happy hours.
It's true.
So what's the vision for the future? Like, what do you have coming up?
Oh gosh, I really am really thankful for the staff that I have. I have 15 employees that are just incredible, and I feel really fortunate to be with them each and every day. So I really just want to continue to be able to grow their careers with my company and continue to help people. My son asked me the other day, like, Mom, when can you retire? And I'm like, well, I guess I have 2 years left on my lease, but he told me I can't because he says I help too many people. So.
Oh. Yeah. Do you have a favorite story? Is there a favorite story or like something that really sticks out in your head?
I think one of the very first times before I started I'm Hair for You, I was reached out to it was like a granddaughter of this lady, and it was her grandma, and she was in kind of declining health, and she had a lot of hair loss, and she really wanted to get pictures of her with her grandma, with her kids one last time. And so I was immediately, yes, I'm sending you a wig. And it was such a vast change. And suddenly she was able to get these really beautiful photos with her grandchildren. And I felt that was one of those turning point moments for me, that I knew that I needed to find a way to be able to give back and hear people's stories.
Do you have a favorite wig?
Oh gosh, I mean, my loyalties, they fly everywhere. It really depends on. I'm really loving Summer Giselle at the moment, but of course my Sharpays. That was actually the last role I played at Sleepy Hollow Summer Theater, was Sharpay, and so that one was a really exciting one to get back, because I bleached the crap out of my hair for that role, and man, a wig would have been so much easier.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I got. Well, they knew when I walked into that audition, like, I wonder what she wants. So.
Right. Yeah. I wonder which part she's going after. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, thanks so much for joining us, Chelsey. If people have any questions, how can they find you on all of your social medias?
It's just Chelsey Smith Cosmetics across all platforms. Make sure you go EY. We are also taking applications for I'm Here For You right now, and I would love to help out. And if those who are hearing this, make sure you nominate or apply someone in need.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
We thank you so much for what you've done, and I know that there's people out there that are happy because they have hair and they can look, beautiful.
Sometimes the only reason I got out of bed literally is because I'd got a new wig in the mail. And I was so tired, and I was just so exhausted, and I was feeling terrible. But damn it, I got a new wig in the mail last night. And so I have to rock it today. I have to do it. Like, I have to put her on, and I have to be my best. And sometimes that's one of the things that just got me out of bed and got me motivated for the day. It's crazy. So thanks so much, Chelsey.
Oh, I love that so much.
Awesome to chat with Chelsey. I don't think, just by talking to her, I don't think she realizes how much of an impression she has on people's lives. Like, I think she's just very, this is what I do, and this is what it is. And it's like, it's awesome and refreshing to have that. But I don't think she realizes the things she does for people.
She doesn't. She is the first to admit that she has imposter syndrome, like not realizing that she is as big or does as much as she does.
Yeah.
Or that she's as talented as she is. Like, we talked about that when she was here in the studio, because I'm like, God, I'm surprised it was so easy to get you. I didn't have to go through a PR person. I mean, she has, like, I wasn't exaggerating. I want to say she has like 10 million followers. Like, wow. She's a national thing. She's probably the leader in the wig game. Like, she's huge. She's like the top of the wig game, which is crazy how it's the wigs have really taken off over the past, I don't know, like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's just because like it's on my radar more. Like, I actually when I went to London, we were staying at a hotel, and a gal, she said to me, she goes, "Oh my God, I love your hair." And I said, "I love your hair. It's so great." She goes, "It's a wig." I said, "Me too." She goes, "Chelsey Smith Cosmetics." I said, "Me too. This was in London." Like,
and it's not all just wigs. Like, it's cosmetics and lashes and
yep.
I mean, a ton of I'm looking at her website right now. Like, it's just a ton of stuff, and she's good for her.
Yeah,
Like,
so she really got in at a good time, and she's really worked it. And now that wigs have really taken off, like, she's at the top of it. And yeah, it's just awesome. She's just such a good person. She's so easy to work with, and she's just an amazing person. I'm really happy that she's had success.
That's why I asked that question about do you know that you've helped people? And she was just very humble and matter of fact about it, which is awesome.
Yeah. I think she knows, but I don't think she wants to feel it. Do you know what I mean? Because I think she's the kind of person where I feel like she would probably tear up about it if she actually stopped to think about all of the lives that she has changed. Yeah. I think she would probably tear up about it, and she doesn't want to do that. She doesn't want to do that in an interview. She did. Yeah. So
we feel the same way. We tear up about all the lives we've changed as well. I'm going to start. Hang on. Hold on. I just needed a minute.
Yeah. But now she's changed lives for the better. Not necessarily.
Oh, see, now there's, well,
We have maybe not necessarily done that.
Tomato.
We've definitely impacted people, but it's not necessarily been a good thing.
You can't pick and choose and pigeonhole it. It's just the way it works. It's what it is.
Oh God. But yeah, so if you're going through cancer treatment, or if you're going through a long-term illness or something where you're losing hair, I say just get a wig and try it, because a lot of people have this picture in their head of like what wigs used to be from like the 80s and the 90s, or your grandma wore a wig and it was really terrible and everybody knew it was a wig and it was basically like a bird's nest on her head and it was absolutely terrible. They've come so far, and wigs might not be for you. Like maybe it's just not something that, but I'd say get one and try it, and you might be surprised. Even if you just want to feel better about yourself, even if you just are like, you don't like your hair, try a wig. Like Chelsey says, get something I feel that you feel like could pass for your hair.
Yeah.
Just give it a try, put it on. They're so easy to do now. You don't have to do anything to it. I think a lot of people have these elaborate videos of where you have to like glue it down and you spray it and you have to like cut it. And no, you can, if you go to Chelsey Smith's website and you go to order, you hit lace cutting and she'll cut all your lace. And then all you basically have to do when you get the wig is like, put on your wig cap, throw on the wig. They're literally throw and go. You can still mess with them a little bit if you want. Like I put up London today. Like I put her up because I want to put some little sparkly things in her for later on today. But that'll just kind of be like nice peekaboo colors. But for the most part, you can just get a wig, throw it on and go. And like she said, if you're a little bit worried about what your friends or family are going to think about it, go someplace where you don't really know anybody. Go to like a big store or a big box store or something. And chances are I get compliments all the time on my colored wigs just because they're so different. But that's one of the few times I've actually get compliments on like regular hair. Is people will stop me in the store and say, "Oh my God, I really love your hair." And like she said, I've had to pick what I say. Now I just say, "Thanks so much." That's all I say. Yeah. Or I will say, "Oh, thanks. It's a wig. You can have it too." Like this hair could be yours too for the low price. And I joke with them about it. And they're often very curious and want to try it. So go to a place where people aren't going to know you. As soon as you start getting compliments on your hair, you're going to want to wear them out more. And here's the thing. If you're worried about what your coworkers or your friends and your family are going to think, honestly, fuck them. Like it's your body. It's your life. If you want to wear wigs, wear the wig. Life is too short. Wear the wig if you want brown hair and you have blonde hair. Wear the wig if you have brown hair and want blonde hair. Wear the wig if you want pink hair. Wear the wig if you've always wanted long hair. Wear the wig if you want short hair. Wear the wig. It's absolutely okay. And people ask me now, "Well, isn't your hair growing back?" I'm like, "Yeah, but this is so much better."
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
This is so much better than what my hair is right now. And it's so much easier. Like my hair underneath is pretty nice because I'm protecting it. Like it's growing back nice and it's not getting processed. It's not getting blow dried all the time. It's not getting treated. Like I'm giving my hair a break. So if you're worried about what your friends are going to say, who cares? If your friends are going to talk behind your back about how you're wearing a wig or you're a poser or whatever, get new friends. Like
yes,
the wig is not your problem. Your friends are your problem then. So yeah. So that's my advice if you're starting wig. And people always ask like, what should I have if I'm going, like, what things do I need to care for wigs? Buy a wig brush. And then detangling spray. You'll need those at first. So at the end of the night, all you have to do after you wear your wig is spray a little of that detangling spray to like keep it fresh and nice, and then just gently brush through it, hang her up. That's it.
So
She's
easy.
ready to wear the next time.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I love it. So there's a little wig care 101 for you.
That's what Stacey's here for. Wig care 101. We go to the
I-
wig care department.
I literally contribute nothing else. And yes, you can curl them, you can straighten them, you can cut them, you can put them up, you can style them, you can treat them like your regular hair. Make them yours.
So that's the thing. That's the thing too. If you the budget, maybe you can only
Yeah.
buy one wig. Now that's your hair. You do whatever you want with it.
Yep. But that's crazy because a lot of people are like, God, you have so many wigs or so, how much money do you spend? The crazy thing is when I used to go get my hair done, it would be $300 to $400 between the cut, the color. If I had multiple colors, whatever it is, it was $300 to $400. This wig, well, I mean, this wig was free from Chelsey, but most of my wigs are like $80 to $100. I can get 4 wigs for the price I paid getting my hair done once.
Yeah.
So it's really not it's not a huge expense. And she has payment plans. And like she said too, if you just want to try a wig, go to the I'm Hair for You and put in your application or have somebody nominate you. And chances are very good Chelsey's going to send you a wig to at least try to see if it's something that works for you. So yeah.
Good stuff. Well, Cancer Convos is sponsored by Chelsey Smith Cosmetics and the Bismarck Cancer Center. Another great show again today. Until next time, have a great week.